All right. It's all about the bird flu. It's all about the bird flu. This is the big story of fear.
This is going to be the fear for quite a while now.
This is the biggie.
They're talking pandemic, and no one even knows what the fuck a pandemic is.
That means 1 million dead.
Million dead.
Million dead.
Oh.
1 million dead from the flu. This beats out the shark fear thing that we're used to.
Yeah.
Million dead.
You get it from what? The birds?
The birds.
The birds?
The birds.
You get from the birds.
Fezzy.
Hey.
And,
Emo, you're on running Fez.
Does it start with zoo animals? And how do you get it? Do you know anything about the bird flu yet?
Well, it seems, you get it. You can get it from people, but you get it from birds. That's where it starts. Flu particles enter the respiratory system, Opie. And using keys, the virus locks into your lung cells. It has like your lung cell has a keyhole, let's say. And the virus has these little spikes on it that are like keys, and it links right in. And now it tricks the cells into believing the virus is something useful, like food or some hormone that's needed. So it is embraced by the cells. The virus infiltrates the host cells, hijacks the reproductive mechanisms, and then starts reproducing replicas of the virus. As if they are something that is needed by the body.
Do you understand how much you sound like you're describing Middle Eastern exchange students?
It's exactly what they do. They assimilate to the body. Then the antibodies that usually fight over, they fight them from past flus and infections. They try to attach on to the new flu and fight it. But the flu is so new, and it's from animals, that it doesn't have the proper keyhole for the key that the virus has. So it tries to latch onto it, can't do it, can't fight it, can't kill it. So it just locks on to different organ cells, triggers more of them, proteins, they invading microbes, and then before you know it, it overwhelms your vital organs.
How do you know all this?
Because there's so much. Well, I did a little research, and I saw something, I think it was Discovery Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Wow.
Where's the bird flu happening? Where did it start?
Well, I think we have to blame Asia once again.
Enough with these people and their fucking sinus problems.
The hacking Chinese are responsible for this again, but now it's all over.
Yeah, well, there it's the bird flu.
Hey, Anthony, I was doing a little studying as well. What war was it that more people died from the flu than actually being shot and blown up and all that?
What's that?
Oh, I know which one.
What war?
Either World War I or World War II. More people died of the flu.
It was World War II.
Little known fact. More people died of the flu as they were fighting. As they were fighting one of those world wars.
How about that?
How about that?
Well, that goes with a lot of the wars, especially before good medicine. A lot more people died, like the Civil War. A lot more people died of disease than died killing each other in the Civil War.
Well, there's a lot of controversy over this bird flu, too. They're saying that it can't go from human to human. Because if it could, that would be a disaster, obviously.
Well, they're worried about that. They're worried that that might happen eventually.
Let's say hi to Steve.
Could mutate.
Steve?
Hi, how you doing?
How do you know it can't go from human to human?
Well, I heard a scientist on I believe it was CNN, and said it can't pass from human to human yet. He basically said that news media was full of shit because it hasn't mutated that far. And it could take 10, 20, 30, 100 years. It might not ever do it, but it could do it.
We have to prepare now.
Steve?
Yes.
We want to believe you so bad. What state are you from?
Indiana.
All right. Well, they got some smarties in Indiana.
How can you...
I'm out of here.
All right. And
have a good day.
Yes, pandemic means worldwide. Yes, Bill, we knew that.
Oh.
We were just kind of having fun with that word a little
Epidemic worse than pandemic? Epidemic?
Pandemic.
Epidemic sounds pretty bad.
All right, we got some audio. Let's go to it. Zoo animals being screened, Anthony.
Oh, good.
Screening zoo animals. Get your flu shots.
Fears of the avian flu are prompting drastic measures in several countries tonight. In Turkey and Romania, farm birds are being killed, and people are getting flu shots simply because of a suspected outbreak. Here at home, there are new calls to be prepared. CBS 2's Tony Aiello reports.
Routine health care for birds at the Bronx Zoo now includes a search for any sign of avian flu.
We continually do surveillance for diseases in birds at all of our zoos in the city of New York.
Dr. Robert Cook says the work takes place at a lab in the Bronx and at Wildlife Conservation Society outposts in 60 nations around the world.
We have specialists in veterinary medicine who are doing surveillance on the ground in those regions of the world where these emerging diseases are a problem.
Regions such as Southeast Asia, where avian flu has been detected in 12 nations. About 120 people who had close contact with birds have been infected. More than half those people have died.
All right, so
the current strain of avian flu, called H5N1, hasn't shown an ability to easily pass from human to human so far. The fear is the bird flu may combine with human flu to create a lethal new disease.
Once it spreads person to person, it will be catastrophic.
Tuesday in White Plains, scientists joined a politician in urging the government to be prepared.
It is late, and that's why we have to really put our foot on the gas and get moving on this urgent issue.
Experts agree you can help by getting this year's flu vaccine. The more doses used, the more manufacturers will be encouraged to boost production. That could be vital should an avian flu vaccine have to be rushed into production.
So, give them a financial incentive to fucking
did you hear that?
Save the world, you shitheads.
Did you hear that? We got to encourage them to make more for us.
Origin, Hong Kong. Here are some outbreaks for the ages. We got the Russian flu, 1889 to 1890. Killed, 1 million people, including an unknown number of Americans. Origin, Russia. The Spanish flu killed a lot of people, 50 million to 100 million people worldwide, including 500,000 Americans.
Wow.
In 1918 to 19. And the origin was the United States? Ooh, we're guilty. Then the rest of them, though? Asian flu, China, and now Hong Kong. The Hong Kong flu, Hong Kong. And now this one, also Hong Kong.
How about SARS?
SARS. I don't think that's a flu, though.
Whatever it is,
but
an outbreak.
Again, yeah, it's China. That's China.
We're not worried about SARS anymore, right?
Hong Kong flu, death toll 1 million people, 34,000 Americans. In this one, they're talking estimated 180 to 360 million people dead, including 1.7 million Americans. But, panicky Pete's that everybody.
2 million Americans with the fucking bird flu. Why don't they stop it?
That's what they did. Remember the hurricane? 20,000 could be dead. We got like 900.
2 million. Who fucking hangs out with birds? I don't know 2 million people that hang out with birds. Just fucking kill the things already.
What's the problem?
Shoot them.
Who
Stop
cares
feeding them.
about
Leave
the
them in a
birds?
cage. No food. You're done. Fucking hate birds.
Let's hear some more audio.
From the White House to the corner coffee shop, talk of a potential outbreak of avian flu has stirred much concern, but how much of that is warranted? Our Homeland Security correspondent Gene Meserve takes an alarming look at the first line of defense against a possible epidemic.
An emergency room physician calls a public health department reporting a patient with symptoms of deadly botulism. He is told, "I wouldn't worry too much if I were you." A caller to another health department describes bubonic plague. An employee there says, "Don't worry, go back to bed." The calls were part of a test. The results sobering.
We have a long way to go to train our public health workforce to be a first line of defense.
Experts predict millions could die in an avian flu outbreak. But as with other diseases, rapid detection could help curb its spread and lower the death toll. That is why local public health departments are supposed to be able to receive information about a wide range of serious illnesses 24/7. But RAND researchers discovered that some aren't even answering the phone.
I don't like the news media saying 24/7.
Yeah.
It's become so accepted.
Stop using rap lingo.
Yeah.
In 2003, they made a series of calls to 19 public health departments, claiming to be doctors or nurses reporting urgent cases of illness. 3 agencies were dropped from the test after failing to answer or return 5 consecutive calls. Many departments failed to respond in 30 minutes, as mandated by the Centers for Disease Control, and some took more than 10 hours. Only 2 met all federal guidelines.
That's not acceptable at all. Absolutely not. We now, in today's environment, we have to have 24-hour emergent contact in the public health system.
When the calls were answered, the quality of advice was sometimes poor. When researchers described smallpox symptoms, none of the health departments suggested isolating the patient or using personal protective equipment, though the dangerous disease is highly contagious.
Since September 11th, an estimated $3 billion has been spent on public health. If the tests had been conducted before that spending, experts speculate the results might have been even worse. If they were conducted now, the results might be better.
Might.
It sounds like it's going to be okay.
It's fine.
That's what I got.
Could your backyard bird feeder kill you?
Well, that's what I'm waiting for. Let's get let's get the news teases. They're going to be all over this bird flu thing for months now. For the entire winter, you watch. You watch. They're just revving up the fear machine for all of us.
And you know what's annoying is that they're mentioning diseases to these disease control people stink, but they should definitely stop mentioning diseases that haven't been, like, a reality in 500 years.
Yeah. Stop.
You fucking scurvy? Who has that?
He's got the consumption. I got a case of the vapors.
But they're mentioning things that could be like, anything. Like, well, I'm sweating, I'm feeling kind of tired. Flu symptoms.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, that could also be fucking bubonic plague. Well, who has that anymore?
Who has it? So now everyone that gets the flu this winter is going to completely panic.
Exactly. Freak out.
Completely
Where
panic.
are the birds?
Hey, what can we do, Anthony? There were some things we could do.
Yes, there's a couple of things you can do. Instant immunity boosters. Here are your 5 ways to fortify your flu defenses. Go for a flu shot every fall, assuming there's no shortage. Hate needles? Ask for the nasal spray flu shot.
Oh!
Friends make more friends. A large social circle equals extra flu antibodies. But don't bond during a pandemic. So have your friends and you'll share antibodies. How about that?
Ugh.
Sex? Have it often. Your levels of flu-fighting antigen immunoglobulin may rise by 30% by having sex.
Really?
Meditation. Focus on a word or your breath to increase immunity.
Focus on your breath?
Football.
Breathing. Antivirals. Pop them within 2 days of infection, and you'll fight off the flu faster.
What are some of those antivirals, Anthony?
Oscillococcolinum.
Right?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I have that in my pocket.
Oscillococcolinum.
Is that NyQuil?
No. I don't know what an antiviral is. It sounds like something you need a prescription for.
It's kind of like viral, but it's against it.
But it's against it, right? The antiviral.
It's not pro-viral.
And, of course, they're telling you your essentials that you need in the worst-case scenario. Masks. Put on, like, breathing masks, not a funny, wacky mask. Non-perishable foods, bottled water, and grape juice. Concord grapes are packed with the antioxidant resveratrol, which has been shown in tests to inhibit reproduction of the flu virus by 90%.
Welch's grape juice, I told you. They forgot a baseball bat in case any birds flutter around you.
Smack them. And garlic.
Jay on Long Island, what did you learn on the show today?
Yeah, I learned that Anthony had to correct Betsy Holt.
Very good. Let's say hi to Jason in New Hampshire.
Today I learned Jimmy was missing pages 118 to 142.
Yeah, that was a shame. Hey, Jason, is it raining in New Hampshire?
No,